There we go, there we go, there we go, we live. Let's see what... Let's have a look here. With, ah yes, Eve University. I forgot how to join there.
Warp drive active.
Three unclaimed rewards. No skills. Right.
active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted. active.
I like that skin. No, that must be a Gadget.
Web drive active. Permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Your tastes are exquisite. Entertainment shady too. Excellent. Choice for festival terrain. Films.
Autopilot engaged. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to station. Warp drive active. Approaching station. Docking permission requested. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted. Docking permission requested. Autopilot disabled. Waypoint reached.
thine heart shines with the light, thou shalt know no hardship. Book of Trials 2.
.2 bill or something stupid like that.
Ooh, okay.
So I was like, yeah, not a chance.
Oh,
And then to go from like 1 to 5 was more expensive than 0 to 5 somehow. I don't know.
Hey Aurora, are you having connection problems?
can you hear us
Sound.
alright? Or?
I can now, yeah. It was a bit choppy just now.
Because I think it's going through my webcam because I'm live.
Ha, found.
But how do they do that, Draco? Do they just run missions while you're in fleet or something?
Yeah, so you pay them, you go into a fleet with them, and just stay.
Hello.
And then obviously you just get the half LP and half standing from them
Okay.
turning them in.
Interesting.
And then, but they're looking for people to run missions for them. I told him what I've got, and he was like, "Well, that's not very many." So most of it sounds like Caldari business.
What do you mean? You told them what you got?
I told him what
Standings.
standings I've got. Yeah, so I was like, I can run level 4 for Cartham Conglomerate, almost
Yeah.
level 3s for
Yeah. I see.
family, and he sort of turned his nose up at it effectively. So I sod you then. But now it's got me wondering if there's other services out there, like you could, maybe.
Oh, you didn't want to use a
advertise.
service. You wanted to basically earn money by joining the service.
Yeah. It was like, if I can, if someone's going to pay me.
Do you
to
know
increase
what
the
they
standings
would
of someone else.
pay?
He said it's good. That's what
Yeah,
they
that doesn't
released
say
the
much.
figures. They say it's good, but my view was, if I'm going to be doing the missions anyway, I may as well make a bit more ISK for on the side.
Sure, but kind of depends on why you're doing the missions. Because if you're doing them for standing as and loyalty points, then this is not great to have other people in the fleet that leads those off of you.
And right now I'm doing it just because, really. I'm waiting for level 4 covert ops, and then level 4 archaeology. So it's just, this was a while I'm waiting kind of thing.
I've been thinking about maybe
So
maybe
it's just, this was
busy
a
lately, so I don't have much
while
time
I'm waiting kind
to
of.
really work these things out. But to maybe have Fixers Corp pay FCs to do stuff in Corp with members. So basically, when you're doing stuff with members in Corp, you would, as an FC, be able to, I don't know, get a couple dozen million or so, just to motivate people to do two things: basically team up more and learn to FC.
Yeah.
And also, it would also include a part where the FC would write a little review, like what they did, so that we could put it in the weekly fix. Just as a little text, like, hey, we went there, we did that, and something like that. And then they
Sorry, I
would,
was listening. I was trying to figure out why my interest would be good. But I mean, yeah, sounds cool.
would you do that? What would it
Depending on
require?
depending on what it's FCing for.
Yeah, that would be up to the FC. Basically,
Yeah.
members would be able to would basically decide whatever they would want to do, and as soon as there's more than 2 members joining up, so at least a fleet of 3 people, it would count. So if you would say, I can run level 4 missions here, who's going to join me? And 2 people are joining you, and you do that for like 2 hours, and you would then write a little review, a little summary about what happened. That would count, basically, something like that. And or if you want to do a mining fleet, or you want to do abyssals, or you want to do home front ops, or it's basically whatever kind of thing you can fleet up for with other people. Even the Crimson sites would work. It's just about getting people to fleet up more, being in comms more, working together more, people learning to FC. That's basically the idea, and also have a little more in the weekly fix, because currently, I am completely getting kicked out of
Docking
Eve.
permission requested. Docking request
My client just
accepted.
crashed.
Bye, Birdie. Bye.
Well, that's...
Yeah, I'd be up for that. I got the impression yesterday Aaron was trying. It sounded like he was wanting me to take some wormhole stuff. Is the message and the feeling I got from Aaron yesterday.
Take some wormhole stuff?
Yeah, he was asking. He was saying, like, you can take some people, do some class 1 wormhole rat, and I was like, I've never done wormhole ratting. I can take people through wormhole exploration, but ratting, I've never done it. And he was like, yeah, you just take it. There's T1 cruisers, class 1. I'm like, I definitely need someone to show me the ropes first. I'm not taking a fleet out into a wormhole and losing everyone,
But
Yeah, that's the feeling I got yesterday, was that Aaron's interested in wormhole stuff.
I mean, Aaron also wants people to just do stuff, especially the more dangerous stuff, not just the safe high-sec stuff. PvP wormhole stuff. That's basically what Aaron.
Yeah, so I've got very limited experience with.
Yeah, but I would like to basically. I'm thinking more about getting a system in place so that people will start stuff on their own and basically do things like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, me and Chicken have been, you know, like Nation has had to advertise the fleet and that lot. I've just been like, if we've been doing level 4s as a group, been advertising it and stuff. We've had a couple of people jump along. Alpha Rax come along, DMT. I guess someone else last night. I can't remember. So yeah, sort of. I don't know if it's exactly what you're on about, but it sounds like we've already been doing a little bit of what you're planning, just on a smaller scale.
Yeah. Yeah. Mostly I'm trying to get a feel of whether it would work. Whether people
Yeah,
actually...
like I said, I'd be up for it, especially like the level 4s and stuff. I'm comfortable doing like a level 4 fleet. Or
But what kind of money would we have to look at where it's where it actually adds motivation to do it? Because currently you already might want to do level 4 missions and you already might want to do in fleet, but you're not necessarily making an extra effort to basically set the fleet up and get people in it. So what kind of money, what kind of portion of money doesn't...
like a billion? I don't know, to be honest.
Because if you say like you get an event would last at least like 90 minutes, so 1.5 hours, would have to last longer than that, but at least 90 minutes, and at least 3 people, so 2 people joining up the FC. That would be like the minimum requirements, and then a summary at the end. If you would get 10 million for that, it wouldn't really be worth it. Nobody would do it for 10 million. You could still do it and get the 10 million, but the 10 million wouldn't be extra incentive, is the point. But if it would be 100 million, it would deplete the corp coffers, because the corp doesn't really have that much income since we don't have taxes, etc. So it needs to be somewhere where it would be an extra incentive for people to do it, but where it wouldn't actually deplete the corp coffers. And I'm not sure where that is. Is that like 30 million? Is it 50 million? Is it 20 million? How low can we make it where it would still make sense, basically?
I mean, me personally, you know, I'm kind of the only bit I've not been doing in terms of mission running with a fleet is writing up a report afterwards. And then you could maybe offset some of the costs for payouts with corp salvage. You know how we do the PvE nights when the salvage and loot goes to corp. You could maybe do that.
Well, true, but that would mean that you would also get less incentive, because at the moment it could be you would want to run level 4 missions for all of the stuff. The bounties, the loyalty points, the standings, the rewards, and maybe you want to do the loot and salvaging, and you also want that. So currently that might be a good reason to do it, and then doing the thing for the corp, basically, doing it corp-wise, and also writing the summary would then be a negative, because you would lose the loot and salvage. So I don't think...
Yeah, but when you're doing it in a fleet anyway, the money you get from loot and salvage is very minimal anyway.
Yeah, but it also requires you, if you would make that a requirement, that you get the loot and salvage and donate it to corp, if we would make that a requirement, then it also means that you need to have someone doing that in fleet. So all of a sudden you can't just run missions, but you also need to do the loot salvaging. It basically raises the bar, in my opinion, to do these events, at least for level 4 missions. But I want to lower the bar to do it. I want to make it more attractive to do this thing than just doing level 4s on your own, for instance.
Sorry, I've not been paying enough attention. My cap's empty, even though I killed the thing that was muting me. Yeah, I don't know how to figure out the price to put on it.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not much more involvement than what I already do. So
Yeah, but let's say you would.
risk.
It's the comparison. Like you're
Yeah.
running level 4 missions now. It makes you what, 40 million an hour, maybe.
Probably not. I don't know. I've not been keeping track.
But let's say it makes you 40 million an hour, and then if you do it in fleet, it makes you less because you divided the bounties, etc. But you do them faster, so that offsets each other a little bit. But let's say in fleet you make 30 million an hour. Then if you run that fleet for 2 hours and get another 30 million just from fleet commanding it, it might just 30 million might be the sweet spot where the corp would be able to pay it, unless there's like 24 of these fleets every week, of course, maybe. But corp would be able to pay for it, and also it would actually be enough incentive to make it attractive for people to do it. And I'm trying to find that sweet spot somehow. Yeah. One of the reasons I'm struggling is because for me, money is never the incentive. So for me, it wouldn't matter if it's 0 or 1 billion. Doesn't really matter whether I do it or not. So I need people who actually care about ISK to tell me what type of ISK matters.
Yeah, maybe I'm not the best person to ask because I'm generally more than happy just making ISK. I'm not, like I said before, I never get too caught up really about, I could get more if I do it like this.
Yeah, so what would be a better incentive then maybe? If not ISK?
Well, no, ISK is a good incentive for me. I'm just saying I'm not caught up on like how much I'm getting per hour and stuff like that. Just as long as I'm doing something which is generating income.
Yeah, but you're basically saying that if we were to set up this scheme, that people can do this, FC it, deliver the summary, get 30 million, that probably wouldn't incentivize you to do
It would
it.
incentivize me.
Yeah.
30 mil would, yeah.
It would?
Yeah, for me it probably would.
Oh, okay.
Like I say, it's not really an awful lot more than what I do, because me and Chicken have been running fleets and we've been grabbing a few other people coming along with us.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, that's the summary would be the only addition then perhaps.
Yeah, but you're not looking for like a 1,000-word essay, are you? Just,
no. If it's like 3
couple of
sentences,
lines.
like, hey, that day,
it's
that
not-
time, we went on level 4 missions for 2 hours. We went about this much. There were 5 people, something like that. It's just a short summary. If something interesting happened on that, like for instance, you got the 80 million implant, or someone blew up a Concorde. If something interesting happens, then you can put that in there. That would definitely. Actually, come to think of it.
But
Can I put that in the next weekly fix?
it's not right in that summary. It's not, it's not a massively taxing thing.
No,
when
it's
you
just
look at-
3 or 4 sentences that basically
Yeah,
highlight the important parts for people to know that, hey, this is a thing that happens, and sometimes, hey, interesting thing can happen on those too, but it's not for that. Can I? Do you have your the kill report? You shared it earlier somewhere.
yes.
Could you maybe private message it me, and
Still
can I post it in a weekly fix? Can you could you maybe state for the interview why you were trying to kill a wreck, destroy a wreck?
I was fucking bored. No, I wasn't bored. We was like finishing up the last couple of rats. And
You thought you'd speed up the loot salvaging.
No. What it was is because we couldn't be bothered to wait for the MTU to finish scooping something that was like 80 k's out. I was just flying over towards it to grab, check the loot, because it was the Angel Extravaganza, and I thought you got faction modules as a possibility from it. I might be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I was flying over just to grab this last wreck so that we could jump out and start on Chicken's mission. Sorry, no, it wasn't even Chicken's mission. It was Chicken's mission we was in, and we was trying to finish up so we could meet up with Aaron for the wormhole school, so we weren't delaying him any longer.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was flying out, I was like, I'll just shoot this wreck, and turns out that wasn't such a good idea. because it's white, you know. I thought it's fine. You know, it's white. It's ours, if you know what I mean. Yeah. But hey ho, you learn.
Okay, so it was just basically you saw a wreck, you felt like shooting it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There was literally no reason for it.
Warp drive active.
Oh shit, my drones are still in space. See, buddy, see what happens when you fucking quiz me. Don't pay attention. I'm surprised I haven't lost them. My drones are just flying around in space. Have you ever used jump drives?
Yeah, we have them on the FOD fleet, for instance.
Are they useful in terms of level 4 missions?
Basically, only if you have a distance problem that means that you need to get like 60 kilometers closer or something, because then doing 100 kilometers means you're closer, and you don't have like an afterburner or a micro warp drive, then sure. Other than that, as long as you know you can survive in there because you have the tank, you don't really have a reason. Micro jump drives are in PvE. Micro jump drives are mostly for getting away. If you're warp scrambled or something, you can activate it. It will bring you to 100 kilometers, and then you can warp away. Yeah, there's two things. There's warp scrambled and warp disrupted. I never know. One of them is not. The micro jump drive still works.
Yeah, from what I remember reading though, there isn't PvE missions that prevent the jump drive from working, is there?
Isn't there?
No. You get warp scramble.
Warp scramble will disable micro warp drives as well as micro jump drives of the target they are used on, in addition to offering a higher warp disruption strength compared to warp disruptors. Yeah, so warp disruptors will only disrupt the ship from warp drive and have no effect on micro warp drives or micro jump drives.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you get warp disrupted, you can still get away with that thing. That's basically the point.
I need to increase my targeting range as well. Missile's got a